What's up?
All right, right. Let's do this. What up, fuckos, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I'm FB,
I'm the Goob.
sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's the Goob?
Goob's good.
Goob's good.
Goob's good. We had Sharks Week in Goob Town this week. Went to the Shark Tank twice.
Wow.
Got to go see the Penguins and the Kraken.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, first time seeing the Kraken live. It was kind of sweet.
Did you? So when you say you went to Sharks twice, what was the outcome?
The Penguins got a much needed win in San Jose, which doesn't happen often. So any California road trip win is good for the Penguins.
Good.
And the Sharks won the other game 4-0. Their old goalie James Reimer, which come on James was my favorite chant of the night.
Nice.
And yeah, James did the shutout. And a lot of weird bouncing goals. Most of them happened at our end because we were down by the one net.
Oh, cool.
Quality hockey, quality hockey.
Nice. Two hockey games in a week.
Yeah, fun was that.
That's the San Jose Shark Arena. That's a nice arena. Easy in, easy out. It's
right.
not too bad.
Short lines.
It's not a whole Short
Unless you
lines.
want that lobster place. That's
Good.
a long line for that place.
Good food upstairs. I enjoyed the bars in there. I enjoyed that. But I've been to concerts there and a couple other things, so I've seen a few shows there, and they were also.
I think the Eagles are going off right now, possibly.
I taled about that with my daughter. That was one of the things we talked about on our trip to Color Guard. We had another Color Guard weekend. It was 8 hours in San Jose, 7 hours in San Jose. But at the end of it, we took first place in our division for our routine and
rocked
Color
it.
Guard. So my daughter did fantastic. She got put in
Yeah.
an interesting situation and crushed it. So
Little Sophia shout out.
yeah, that's a big Sophia shout out actually. So yeah, she did a great job. I was really proud of her. Didn't drop the flag either. That's kind of the key. Kept up with the whole dance and then carried the table by herself. Didn't get that part, but
Nice. So potentially she has a job at the FB and Goob show.
yeah,
We've got tables.
carrying tables.
Yeah.
So we always need somebody to carry a table because we really can't do that. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 52nd episode, which means that we, on a weekly basis, have done this 52 times in a row.
So season 1, episode 52?
Yeah, season 1, episode 52. So next week,
Cliffhanger. Is this the last episode of season 1?
this is the last episode of season 1. We're going to call each season 52 episodes.
For the amount of football players we hate.
Yes.
Or weeks.
Weeks, yeah. So 52. So today is our 1 year, somewhat, I would assume, anniversary.
Assuming we make this one.
If we get through this whole show, this will be 1 full year of shows. So that's pretty cool. So and I'm
Absolutely.
excited. And next week will be the second season, first episode, with maybe some different things. We're got some new ideas.
Time permitting, we got some stuff going.
Yeah, we got some ideas on how to do the show different. So we'll see if season 2 is different. You know, you have to wait and see. What we got? We got anything bad?
Oh, I mean, there was something that was fucked up in India this week, I'll be honest.
Okay. Well,
We had a tiger kill an 18-year-old kid, which obviously fucked up,
that's fucked up. That's totally
just to
bad.
begin with.
Just to begin with.
12 hours later, they had the funeral, and everyone dispersed, and it seems to say that the same tiger attacked the grandfather of the child and subsequently killed him.
This is a Jaws thing.
Right.
Picked out one family to eat.
Right. So we had this nasty, family concentrating tiger on this poor family.
Okay.
And so upon hearing the news, of course, one of the 56-year-old ladies in the family just died of shock. Just keeled right over. Tiger didn't have to do anything.
Wow, that tiger got 3.
3 for the price of 2.
That's
Efficient killer, those tigers.
very. You know what? I've seen tigers. I mean, tigers are the most frightening animals, I think. Grizzly bears are pretty scary. Polar bears probably look pretty frightening too. But that tiger, pretty sure he'd kick the lion's ass. I think the lion's a lazy asshole. I think he's just king of the jungle on Maine and not by actual ass beatings.
Possible, yeah.
I think the king of the jungle. He didn't even live in a jungle.
Well, there's more lions in a pride. The tigers have smaller little families, you know what I mean? So it's always the big gang that wins.
He didn't even live in a jungle. Doesn't a tiger live in a jungle? Lion lives like in the Sahara Desert and like on a plains.
Yeah, whatever they want,
It doesn't
really.
even make any fucking sense.
There's tigers in the snow. There's tigers, in the valleys.
That's why the tiger
Wherever they want.
is the dominant cat. So, yeah, you learned that at the FB and Goob show, because I tell you, they just make that shit up about the lions.
There wasn't really a PSA on that one. Just if someone warns you, you should sit down. Just sit down.
Right,
So
yeah.
you don't die of shock while standing up, because that would suck.
You might have not have died if you'd sat down.
That's possible.
Yeah, the heart might have not had, might have not been such a shock on the heart,
Yeah.
when you were standing and and then, like, your heart went, oh, shit, you're standing. If you were sitting, you might have, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not doctors, but
You should just sit for all news.
yeah, and stay
That's
away
it.
from tigers. But you knew that already.
Yeah, we preach that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, all the time. All right, well, sports of the week. Listen, when you get all-star games and you get, there's not as much sports as usual. But we found some. Football.
Yeah, man. The Niners finally landed our new offense coordinator, which is exciting. We got Gary Kubiak. You remember him from the Broncos?
Fuck yeah, I know
And
Gary Kubiak.
multiple coaching jobs.
Multiple coaching jobs.
So his kid, Clint Kubiak, who spent the last 3 years playing with Justin Jefferson, he's going to be the new OC since our guy went down with D'Amico to Houston.
Nice.
So I'm excited to see Clint Kubiak.
So you got a Kubiak and a Shanahan and it's like...
Yeah. All these kids
All
were
the
in a room
kids
at one time,
at
probably
one
going,
point in time,
we're going
although-
to coach the Super Bowl.
All those kids were in a room at one point in time.
Yeah, they predicted it probably.
That's almost a possible prediction. It's almost possible that Shanahan and Kubiak at one point in time as little kids were sitting in a room going, one day we're going to coach the Super Bowl together.
That's right.
That's.
So I like it. So there was a lot of moves, but that was the one that was exciting to me.
There was a few coaching moves. I thought out of
The Eagles got raped, which usually happens.
that always happens.
Yeah.
You guys continuously get just
We lost a couple more guys. But
picked upon and taken from. I mean, if you win consistently and you win well, and your coaches, they just go away.
yeah.
And your defensive coaches have just disappeared. Your offensive coordinators twice now.
And the defense still keeps rolling, so
Yeah.
must be doing something right.
You're not bad. Who's our favorite coach for the Lions? Cooter?
Just saying his name, Jim Bob Cooter,
Jim Bob
makes me
Cooter. That
happy.
just makes me so happy to say. So I was happy to see that he made some moves because we were able to say his name. So
Yeah, absolutely.
So he is now the offensive coordinator for.
Yeah, Steichen. The Eagles offensive coordinator. Steichen?
Yeah.
Yes, so that was one of the Eagles guys that got taken. He's now in Indy with Jim Bob. So
Jim Bob.
That's an interesting matchup. Eagles defensive coordinator, I believe it's Joe Gannon,
Right, Joe Gannon, not Rich Gannon,
not Rich Gannon.
which I got confused by when he said it. I was like,
Right. I think he's got the least enviable job
oh yeah.
out of everyone. This Cardinals team has like one offensive lineman returning. Kyler Murray won't be ready till week 1, maybe.
And even when he is ready,
Don't know what you have
you
anyway.
don't really know what you have in him. You really don't. He is definitely the biggest question
Yeah,
mark.
Cardinals are in trouble. Unless they could pull like a Seattle Seahawks miracle, they might be like the worst team in football next year.
What do you mean, like trade away Kyler for some ridiculous amount of trade picks and stuff?
Right.
That'd be sick.
And somehow they get Geno Smith somehow.
They're still talking, and they get Geno Smith. Yeah,
Seattle gets like 100,000 picks.
That's sick. No, I hope that doesn't happen.
Not me
For
too.
Geno Smith's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, Geno's probably gonna be
At least yeah, DK in Seattle.
right. Yeah. Well, they have Hopkins.
Who? Yeah. They have
No?
yeah.
I mean,
He's
there's
part of the too old crew at this point, I believe.
Right. Well, AJ Green is gone.
Yeah.
So he retired finally. So. Yeah, Rams don't look very good. I wouldn't want to be out part of the Rams, right? Or I mean, the Cardinals right now. at all.
Especially the Cardinals, the Rams. Who knows? They might have Baker Mayfield, the quarterback. Would be
Yeah, I don't think I'd
interesting
want to be a
talk
part of
about.
the Rams either. I mean, that's the Niners division, and the Seahawks as an up and coming team in that division.
Right.
So
We'll see if they can, maintain that record, not playing a last place schedule,
right,
which they got to do this year.
right. Yeah, we'll see. Derek Carr visited the Jets.
All right. So 2 questions. Derek Carr, best fit, is it in New York or is it somewhere else? And then eventually, what do you think is going to happen there?
Best fit? Well, I mean, where do I want to go, or where's the best fit?
Where would he excel?
Probably New Orleans.
New Orleans, probably.
Yeah, I think it fits some. Who was their last quarterback? It was the Red Rooster, Rocket, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, about the same, right? You know what I mean? You're not looking for a mobile quarterback. If you want to go 4th and 1, you just bring in Taysom Hill, and he runs up the middle in 4th and 1.
Sure. Well, at this point, I believe Carr's better than Dalton.
Andy, I believe he's better than Andy
Yeah.
Dalton. I believe he's better than Andy Dalton. I believe he's better than the kid on the Jets. I just don't know if he excels or fits in on the Jets as well. Where do you want to go? The Jets. They got the most talent out of the two teams, right? The youngest.
I mean,
talent.
that's where I want him to go. That's the most fun, I think.
I mean, I don't think the Jets fans want him to go there, though. I don't know if they see that. I mean,
Dr. Dumpoff
Yeah.
going to a team with some awesome wide receivers.
Young, and they've got draft picks for this year, and I don't think they're just going to keep getting better. I think they picked up a new offensive coordinator, right? Or did they pick up somebody new? I thought to help out with Solace. I don't know. I think the Jets would be a better place for Derek Carr to go if he wants to win. You know, even though the Saints division isn't that tough, the Jaguars, right?
Yeah. See, I think he could go to Carolina, and actually Carolina could win that division with the roster that they have right now. They might need a playmaker,
right?
Which I'm pretty sure they have some picks.
So you're just saying go to the South anyway.
Just go to the
That's
South
probably
somewhere.
the easiest division. Yeah, just go to any team on the South.
I
Go
mean,
to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a quarterback?
He'll be tempted to go to the Texans and everything, but
No,
stay in the
away.
NFC.
Yeah, stay away from
Stay in the
that.
NFC.
Yeah, stay away from that. That's not a bad idea because I mean you got Tampa Bay. They don't have a quarterback?
I mean, they drafted that guy from last year, right?
Right, but Mike Evans is getting old, and Godwin is getting old, and Fournette is getting old, and the offensive line is already old, and so bring in Derek Carr for 3 years, or go with the unproven we drafted last year guy.
I mean, pretty much he could just pick any one of those teams,
Yeah. Except for Jacksonville because they're set for life.
Well,
For the next 17 years.
the AFC team. Yeah, he doesn't. Have
Oh
to
yeah,
go
well,
there.
yeah, well, right. But I mean, just saying, I like that's not a bad idea going to the South.
Yeah, just
The
pick
Saints, they've got Kamara, they've got Evans, they've got Olave.
Right.
So
No, whichever team he goes to probably wins that division. Assuming they don't have to give up. Oh, they don't have to. He's a free agent.
he's a free agent.
Oh, shit.
He's just
Yeah.
free.
Should just sign that motherfucker. Carolina, get it done.
Colts. How about the Colts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's going to go look at a bunch of teams since he's never been in this situation.
Yeah, Colts are still fucked up, so I don't think he's going to pay
Right.
them too much mind.
No, probably not. They're in a bad place, aren't they?
Yeah, Jersey's cold, so pass on the Jets.
Jersey is cold.
We'll see.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Go to Tampa
maybe
Bay.
maybe he goes with Eric Bieniemy to
Washington.
Washington,
Oh, there you go.
which was weird. Saw Bieniemy went to a lateral move from Kansas City to the Redskins. I mean, he's going to make more money and some more responsibility or something, but
No,
Eric
it's not a bad idea because Rivera might get fired halfway through the next year, so he'll go
Just
right into
bounce
the
right up.
interim position. He'll be the interim head coach next year,
I see
week
how
4.
it is.
So it might have been brilliant. Actually, they might have been like, well, we can't fire Rivera yet because it's under new management, or it's going to become under new management very soon because Snyder's being forced to sell.
All right, so
So then Bieniemy's just kind of like the intern waiting in line because
and Andy Reid was like, "Yo, bro, Bieniemy, I'm going to coach in Kansas City for probably a decade."
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Andy Reid's going anywhere.
No.
Why would he go anywhere? He's having too much fun.
So that's why Bieniemy took off. He's like, "All right, I'll be the next guy in
cheeseburgers.
DC."
Yeah, he's not going to be. He had to get either a job somewhere else as a coach, or he had to sneak him way in. And what was probably the best choice was probably to intern for Washington next year after Game 5, when they're just like, all right, Rivera, we're just, how many years has it been? Ron hasn't had any. He went to playoffs once, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Heineke, I think they
had
almost
8-8 or something.
Yeah, so yeah, it was 8-8. They didn't go in dominating in 11-5 or 12-4.
Yeah.
No, he snuck in and lost to the Patriots or the Buccaneers in the first round or some shit. So, yeah, not a bad move by Bieniemy. And maybe Derek Carr does sneak over to Washington and play with the wild and crazy. I don't know. I don't think he fits in that offense. They're going to have to draft somebody that's going to fit the Mahomes status of go crazy and have fun.
He loves Johan Dotson. He's going to go play with the, what do they call them?
Tyreek
Commanders.
The Commanders.
I still can't get Redskins out of my head.
No, I just keep calling them the Redskins.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers should be out of the dark at least by tomorrow.
Oh, some people might care. Let's talk about it.
Well, you know what? Tomorrow the Packers will find out nothing. I'm telling you, when he comes out of the dark, he'll.
What if he's like blind when he comes out?
I thought that. What if you come out and you can't readjust and you
Never
can't
see again.
Now you're colorblind. Oh shit! Now we're fucked.
Just a bunch of white jerseys.
There's a bunch of white jerseys everywhere. Oh shit! Here we go. I don't know. I still think there'll be nothing. He's gonna come out tomorrow and he's gonna have the same answer he always has. You know, didn't really
check you later.
Yeah, I'm still deciding, and when I've finished what I've decided, I'm gonna let the organization know, and I'm gonna let you know. And
I want the camera crew to come back tomorrow because I love you guys.
Yeah, right. See you guys tomorrow.
I got
Tom,
a
Bill,
new look
Steve,
for
Harry.
ya.
Yeah, right. Changed my hair. If I do show up next year to training camp, I'm gonna show up as what was that movie, Tropical Thunder? The character that
Nice. With the afro?
Yeah, he's gonna show up as that guy.
Excellent.
So, I mean, what the fuck is
He
going
changed
on?
his name like 9 times throughout the movie. I forget what. Yeah.
All I know is that when he comes out of the dark tomorrow, nothing is going to be any. We'll still all be in the fucking dark, at least until training or the draft.
That's probably why he did it. He's like, I'm so clever. I'm in the dark, but I'm keeping them in the dark. I'm
Yeah,
Aaron
right.
Rodgers. I'm so funny.
That's fucked up, man.
It
So
is
yeah,
funny.
so he'll come out of the dark. Nothing will change. Lamar, there's a big decision for Lamar Jackson. They can either franchise tag him with the $45 million franchise tag
And see what happens.
and see what happens, or they can franchise tag him for the $32 million franchise tag and really see what happens, because that is like, hey, we can match that $32 million. The Jets might do that. That might be
I think
that should be what the Washington Commanders should do, because Bieniemy's probably going, hey,
that.
32 million. If we can get 42, maybe we can get him on a 5-year deal, everything guaranteed. Maybe then he can be my Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
For sure.
I'm definitely interested in see what decision they make. But most likely they go with the unrestricted or the restricted free agent.
They're just going to give him the 1-year deal, no matchy-matchies.
No matchy-matchies, no bullshit.
And then, we'll see if Lamar will play for 1 year or if he'll try to do something drastic.
It gets more and more every year that they have to franchise tag him. How many times can they do it? 3 times? Twice?
Yeah, but it goes up by like 40%
Every time.
year. Yes.
And it's $45 million this year,
Yeah.
so 40% of $45
We'll go
million
42
is
to 50 something.
too much money for him. So
Yeah.
AJ Brown, he said, pay him or I'm leaving. Trade me, just trade me. If you don't pay Jalen Hurts, it's good when you have that kind of friendship on the
So,
team.
like, if you had $45 million for next year, do you take Jalen Hurts or Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones, that's ballsy right off the
That's
top, right?
ballsy,
I
Daniel.
love Daniel Jones coming out with the pay me $45 million a year.
What?
What? At 26, maybe, dude. You're really gonna have to, with some incentives.
Pushing
and
it, bro.
$45 million. That's $5 million less than Aaron Rodgers, who I'd rather just be in the dark with Aaron Rodgers than pay you $45 million. Are you serious, man? You had one good fucking year because we had a whole coaching culture change. That's awesome. I don't know, 45. Say that again. Would I rather give Jalen Hurts $45 million or Daniel Jones $45 million?
Yeah, I just figured we knew the answer to that, but it's still funny.
Tough question. If Daniel Jones has the same year again, is his arm better than Jalen Hurts if he gets to stand and not run for his life? Is he more accurate? I mean, I just asked. I don't know. I don't know how many years Jalen Hurts.
I mean, it's so close. It's all what they're doing with it at that point.
Right. I just don't know if Jalen Hurts can keep running 4th and 1 plays against defensive end or defensive linemen. I just don't know how long that lasts. So, but AJ Brown's right. Pay him or trade me. That's exactly the answer. That's exactly what you should do for your teammate. You tell them right away.
Eagles should just cut everyone else on their team now.
Right.
Can't
They're
afford them.
going to have to pay Devontae Smith here very soon, too, right? Because his rookie year got to be up in at least 2 years.
They're not worried about that. They got their entire defensive line to re-sign this year. Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and
I don't think some of those guys are coming back.
Right.
You got some age there.
Montez Sweat.
I believe that's why the big Jordan Davis kid was drafted. Because Fletcher Cox might not get re-signed.
Gotcha.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
XFL.
Oh.
First week.
Shoot, you had a rough weekend, bro.
I had a rough weekend. Apparently, the Guardians spent none of their time working on the offensive line, and we all just ran for 11 and got our asses kicked.
Yes.
Thank you, Roughnecks, for roughing up the Guardians.
Number 89 for Roughnecks. He might get a job in the NFL team next year. He was quick around the line. They could not stop him.
You know what?
Or anybody else, really. But
there was a few players playing this year that were snatched up from the XFL, I believe.
Sure.
And given at least an opportunity to make the 52-man roster.
So, I believe it. So Guardians got crushed. Our Spirit got crushed.
Your Spirit.
My San Antonio team. We were up by 14 with 2 minutes to go.
Oh, this is the fourth down thing. Now this is the onside kick thing, right?
All right. So yeah, first of all,
man,
they scored the touchdown.
It was against you?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
against you.
St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis beat the Brahmas. The
Brahmas.
Battlehawks beat the Brahmas. And yeah, they scored a touchdown with 2 minutes left, and then
Right.
they went for 3, which is another thing you can do. You can go for 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
So you just back up the yardage. So they made that. And then on the kickoff, instead of the onside kick,
It's the 4th and 15.
it's 4th and 15 from the kickoff spot.
Fabulous. I like that rule a lot. I was like, huh?
Yeah, so they nailed the 4th and 15, kept the ball. And then this is where it got crazy because they threw a touchdown pass to Ricky Prohl's kid. Fucking Ricky Prohl's on the sideline. I'm not sure if he's the coach or the OC, but Ricky Prohl's going nuts and his kid's going nuts and throwing camera and everything.
Oh, man. When I heard
I was like, oh, we got beat by Ricky Prohl. That's not too bad.
No, that's not bad.
So, yeah, we lost it.
When I heard about the game, because I just listened to it on the radio and somebody was talking about, because they were talking about the XFL and how it was out this year. This is, right after the Super Bowl, we got the first week of XFL, and it had a pretty good kickoff. You know what I mean? It wasn't a bad start. And then somebody said, how about some of the rules they kept and how it worked? And then they went to the game and they talked about it happened already this week.
Yep.
The 4th and 15 instead of the onside kick. And I went, what the fuck? That's a brilliant idea. If you was a fourth quarter and that's the only time you can do it, even if it was within 2 minutes, if you did it within the 2-minute warning and said, all right, this is the only time you can do it, but you can go for fourth.
Have a lot more close games.
Oh, man, how fun would that be? Teams would start practicing their 4th and 15 plays instead of their onside kick plays. They wouldn't even consider it, but like,
Right. Why waste time on
I'm
kicking?
just gonna fucking not kick this ball. I'm gonna go for the 4th and 5th. We're going for the 4th and 15 play.
Yeah.
And then the overtime rules were like no ties, and it's just on the 5-yard line, and you just go from the 5-yard line every time. I was like,
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
that's pretty wild. So
I like the kickoffs. That was weird. They just lined the team up 5 yards from
Right.
each other.
you can't move until the
And once the guy gets the ball, they just smash into each other. It's kind of like old school army warfare. Just like, all right, smash. And then maybe the little guy can run through, maybe not.
right bayonets in hands, just running and stabbing each other in the heart.
So, yeah, there was a couple comebacks. It was a pretty good weekend, I think, for the XFL. Josh Gordon had a good game.
I love Josh.
Scored a touchdown, 6 for 80.
One of my favorite, just can't get my shit together receivers
yep.
of all time.
He's allowed playing in the XFL. He's probably the only one that's like, I hope the XFL does well because I'm not ever going to the pros. They won't let me back in.
No, he shouldn't go to the pros. I hope the XFL does well and he does well at it and enjoys playing football.
Wasn't it last year someone did the smoke in the pot thing after a touchdown?
Yeah.
Was that XFL? I think it was.
Right. Well, didn't you say you could smoke pot in some cities or you could smoke pot
Right,
in the
yeah.
XFL? But make sure you do it in the cities that actually allow you to smoke weed. Don't go
Right.
to Texas and go, hey, man, I play in the California team and well, there's no California team, but the Orlando Guardians can probably smoke pot because fucking Orlando.
I don't trust Florida. I don't know what their laws say.
Just don't trust.
I don't trust them or their Gators.
I don't trust anything about Florida. That's for sure. Florida is an interesting state.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hey, our 2 teams play next week in XFL.
Is it Guardians Brahma next week?
It's Guardians Brahmas early.
when are we
It's an
gonna-
early brawl.
When are we going to get our Guardians Brahma jerseys?
They're on layaway.
Layaway. They probably should be on layaway. Keep my fucking layaway too. How many games we play in this wonderful league of
I think it's 10.
10 games? Everybody plays every week. There's no there's no days off. I like it.
Yeah, we got some Thursday games this week and some Sunday games. They're just, I don't know. They're getting all wacky with it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I saw 2 Thursday, 2 Sunday. They should do 1 Thursday, 1 Saturday, and do the 2 on Sunday. Just give us that.
Just one a day.
Yeah, give us,
Every day at 5 o'clock, I can turn on the XFL.
There you go. Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Blindly,
Sunday.
XFL channel. Bam.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all XFL. Yeah. All right. I'm in. All-Star Weekend.
I don't know what to say. It was I'm psyched about it. Mac McClung stole the show. So, I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the actual All-Star game, it was all right.
They suck. It's just it's pass to me, score fest. Nobody plays defense.
But yeah, we should start from the beginning because, I mean, someone here wants us to mention The Miz, who apparently is some wrestler guy, and he hit the buzzer beater at the end to win the game. I don't remember if they counted it or not, but it was super exciting. Some good ball played by all the celebs.
Oh, the celeb game. I
Yeah.
did not see the celeb game. I missed it.
Now he hit the half quarter to win the game at the end.
Was Kevin Hart in the celeb game?
Not even sure. I missed it too. I know The Miz is the man.
The Miz is the man. He hit the shot to win the game. Huh? The Miz, you're the man. Shout out Miz.
Wait, and do this. Point to this spot right here. The Miz is the man right here.
The Miz is the man. Is that what you do? Is that what he does?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Just hoping he shows up in that spot tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So
I don't
yeah,
live
no.
here, so if he shows up in that spot, I want to.
So Sled game was pretty cool. Saturday, I thought Slider was awesome.
It's all about Saturday, right? It's
Like,
not about Sunday.
We set it up with a little slow playing Dame Lillard winning 3-point contests. As swish, 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 swish.
Which, so I want to talk to you about 3-point contests. Nobody on the Knicks probably should have been in that 3-point contest.
Julius.
Especially Julius Randle.
No lefty has ever won, and he was not going to be the first.
Well, maybe if you were a left-handed 3-point assassin, but he's not. He's just,
that's just part of his game.
It's a small part of his game. It's not his like go-to part of his game. Remember when like 3-point competitions should be Steph Curry, Klay
Broken
Thompson,
Tired.
tired too, Clay. Tired out of your bullshit.
Get out there. Anthony Edwards would just say, "Get out there."
They should. I would prefer just to have like a old timers 3-point competition and watch Del Curry and fucking a bunch of those guys go out and shoot.
Michael Cooper versus Del Curry
versus Del Curry.
We'll bring Jordan in because he's gonna bet on something.
Yeah, hell yeah, he'll
That'll
just
be fun.
bet on it. So, yeah, no, I'd like to see that because who they put out there now, even offering Julius Randle the spot, really made me feel like there really wasn't a lot of other options. That's what I felt when I saw that. I was like, Julius, we need one more guy. You want to do the 3-point competition? Fuck yeah, it's my forte.
It's like, I'll do anything. What's up?
Do anything. Do I get to be in the All-Star thing and not just the game? Oh man, let's do it. So yeah, I was sad about that. And listen, this doesn't get any better in the dunk competition. So, and I got a lot to say about that one too. So, yeah, go Damian Lillard, especially hitting it on the last shot. I thought that was, and then beating Buddy Hield. I'm not a big Buddy Hield fan. So,
yeah, Oklahoma. Who cares?
yeah, and then what? He's on the Lakers now.
He's bounced around Sacramento.
I think he screwed
Indiana. I think he's on Indiana
he
now.
screwed over the Kings, and that's why me and Buddy, because he just left and gave up on the Kings.
He was part of the Halliburton trade.
Yeah. So
I don't think you could blame him.
I'm not.
His name's Buddy. He doesn't want to mess around. He's Buddy. Come on, Buddy.
I'm glad Damian won. He said he was going to retire after this if he didn't win it. Then he won it, so I hope he just retires anyways. You should always retire on time.
I mean, he got his one, but Clay, Steph, Dame. Now they all have their one. They all got their little claim to the proverbial best shooter of ever.
That's all you need. One time.
Nah.
Just move on.
Yep.
Because Julius really needs to come back next year and doesn't need you to be there. So he needs to make up for the embarrassing 3-point competition that he had this year. Slam dunk.
Oh man, the little guy stole our hearts.
Was there an assist skills thing?
All right, first of all, I loved how it started off. You see that one guy, his buddy came back and stole the ball from him, and then took off, ran down the court, threw the alley-oop off the grass. That was classic.
That was classic.
I was like, oh shit! I didn't even know what happened.
Better than running on the court and gluing themselves to it.
That's don't be gluing shit to shit. That's out of control.
Yeah, that's out of control. But yeah, no, I
thought that started fun.
Yeah.
It just got better. It just got better.
Well, I mean, Jericho Sims made his dunk. That wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, once again.
Yeah, once again, the
Nixon skills aren't really.
Nixon, the disappointing
Mixon.
skills. Yeah, my God, that was just, what was that?
I'm just gonna see how far I can stick my arms in the hoop.
Yep.
I'll be
But
honest, he was looking like right at the rim.
You did that twice. You did it one time with one arm, and then you did it because that wasn't impressive enough. The next time I'm gonna do it with both my fucking arms.
And wait, wasn't there an envelope and his arm got caught up in there?
No,
Like,
I
he
don't
was
even
just
know.
dangling like a
and
fish.
then you opened the envelope and you took it out, and it was a perfect 50. And I thought, well, it was nice of you doing that for somebody else.
And you're like, it took 50 seconds for you to open that envelope.
No,
You are
man.
correct.
It was embarrassing. You embarrassed us, and I can't wait for Mitchell Robinson to get back on the team so we can put Jericho Sims back somewhere he belongs, which is not in the slam dunk competition. What is it? Was he part of the deal? Like, hey, Jericho, what are you doing right now? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
We need one. Absolutely nothing. We need one more for the slam dunk competition. I'm
this.
like 7'4" and not very like dunkable. Like, I don't really dunk very well. What do you want me
My
to do?
arms don't work very well. They just do this.
Yeah, I got this really cool trick where I put my arm in the basket. Now do it twice.
Do it twice.
Because we need you to make it for 2 rounds.
Both arms.
Both arms the second time. Well, all right, I'll do it. It's like, fuck. So that was embarrassing.
But then Mac McClung saves the day.
And he did. He was sick. I mean, he was dunking like
He put a guy on top of another guy and put the basketball on him, jumped over them, tapped the backboard, which Kenny Smith did not think was happening, and Charles Barkley could not see because I think he was hammered in Utah. And then he dunked and smashed real quick.
Yeah, I was blown
And
away.
at that point, I think it was pretty much over. And then he did a bunch of 540s and helicopter dunks and double pump fake thingies, and
It was very impressive.
yeah.
For 6'2", fifth shortest guy to ever win the slam dunk competition, to go along with such great names as Spud Webb. Spudster, yes. Who else? Who's
Kenny Smith was pretty short.
Kenny Smith
He
was
might have been
pretty
6'2", 6'1".
what's his name? Won the college slam dunk.
Robinson. Little Robinson.
Nate
man.
Robinson.
Nate Robinson was one.
He went against
Harold Miner probably would be the fourth.
Nate Robinson went against Dwight Howard, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't that what the
He jumped over Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that's classic. Those were good competitions.
It was indeed.
And you know what? And they have been pretty disappointing as of late. So for the 6'2", I've only played 2 games in my whole NBA career, and I just got here
Yeah.
last week. Once again, the NBA Slam Dunk competition went.
Snap.
Who do we got? We don't have anybody. Nobody wants.
This kid from Gate City, Virginia, population 2,000.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Yo, check this out though. Anywhere he goes, he was a Big East Freshman of the Year when he was at Georgetown.
Slam Dunk competition winner too.
And then he went to the Big 12.
Why not?
Played at Texas Tech. Newcomer of the Year for Texas Tech.
Oh shit.
G League Rookie of the Year.
Oh man.
And now you could see he just started playing basketball in 8th grade.
All he's doing is
Does
just
this kid have a
raising
ceiling? Is he Michael? Is he
He's
the next Michael
raising
Jordan?
the bar every year.
That's what I'm talking about.
Turnaround jumper is on its way. I'm telling you right now, he perfects that. He's unstoppable because
Yeah.
he's gonna have to do something at 6'2".
And the Warriors just lost him. Bummer, huh?
Man, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Those
We're
big
terrible
boys,
evaluators.
They
of
could have
talent.
had the slam dunk champion of 2023. Warriors, you blew it. So, Knicks, we just should have said no. We should say, what are you going to do? They want me to do the 3-point competition.
They want us to go to Utah.
No,
Boo.
fuck no. You're not playing in a 3-point competition. Why would you do that? How about the slam dunk competition? No, you're not allowed to be in that. Why would you even consider embarrassing us like that? So, I don't know.
Yeah, John Morant said he's not doing it, so boo, John Morant.
Yeah, and then in the
you-
game, it's 360 slam dunks and all this. What the fuck?
Right, you just can't do that.
You can't do that in front of fans.
Yesterday?
You got to do that in front of
Fans?
players, fans, right? Fuck, I don't understand. That doesn't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, the days of Jordan and Dominique Wilkins and Kenny Sky High Walker, those days are gone and over. And now it's
And yeah.
now it's
And the actual game was this
garbage.
Honestly, it was. Someone said this on the radio earlier. The
There hasn't
actual
been
game was 5 garbage cans playing defense, and the other 6, 7 super athletic guys do whatever you want.
nice.
So it was just dunk, 3-pointer.
That's how it is.
It was pretty much unwatchable. And Kobe would be ashamed of you guys.
He would be.
Kobe would not allow that. LeBron actually had a block. He looked like he was trying to start to play a little defense, and then he got his hand caught up in the net and dislocated a finger or something.
That's it. That's it. We're done.
Yeah. So then he stopped playing defense, and no one else wanted to.
Yeah.
And then blah blah blah. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum played a little one-on-one. That was probably the most defense you saw the whole night, and that was kind of fun.
Eventually, this will just be flag basketball.
Yeah.
And we will
Flag basketball.
not use a hoop. We'll just get it to the
Only
end.
play offense. You don't have to play defense.
Right, and you just
Coolest stuff though wins.
if you get it to the other side of the court and pass the line, basket for you. You know, there won't be any more jumping or hurting parts. You know what I mean? So, and we'll do the slam dunk competition. It'll be more like a dodgeball game, and we'll. Yeah, I got this. We're gonna.
Dame hit the game winner in the All-Star game too, though. They had to play to a certain point number, and Damian hit the three to win it. So,
Yes,
so
you know
good
what?
weekend for.
This was Damian Lillard's weekend.
Yeah, it was dollar time.
He needs it. He needs it.
Oh, he needs some pub, man.
He's
He's one of the greatest out there, and he just rarely gets talked about.
Yeah, he does. He is one of the best of all
And
time.
honestly, my three performances of the week.
You had 3 performances of the week.
Yeah, we had 3 days, so I figured I'd pick 3 guys.
Okay.
It was easier to pick this week for
Did
sure.
we just mention all 3?
No, I was bringing up some lesser known guys. I'm not doing any Lucas or Joel Embiid's or anything this week.
Oh hell no! How could you? We have the slam dunk competition winner, or
All right. Yeah, one of the guys that was in the All-Star game was Jaren Jackson Jr. He got my number 3 spot this week in Goob's performances of the week.
nice.
He had
Jaren Jackson Jr. Love him.
26 points, but the key was 5 steals, 6 blocks.
5 steals, 6 blocks. That is.
Put his stamp on Defensive Player of the Year. That was the game right there.
That's Jordan-esque in the way of defense.
Just dominating.
Yeah, right. And not, he's 9 points shy of Michael Jordan's average of 35, 5 blocks, 9 steals. That's, a Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, right. So that was my number 3. My number 2 goes to the new Brooklyn net, Miles Bridges. Straight from Phoenix. He put up 45 as a net.
Nice.
And he also 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was doing it all. So this guy, they might just have boosted him into his. He's like, I didn't know I could be this good.
Nice.
So we'll see what happens there. And my number 1 performance of the week was the Bucks beat the Celtics in the matchup of 1 versus 2, which was the biggest game last week. Drew Holiday put up 46 and 7 and hit all the key shots. Drew Holiday performance of the week to beat the Celtics.
Nice. Drew Holiday, that's good. But Drew, he needs to stand up because it can't be Giannis the whole time.
Oh yeah,
And Middleton, as we say, is
Drew is
injured.
Drew's liking this number 2 role.
Yeah, he just since Middleton is not number 2 anymore, Drew is definitely.
He's like, I'll take it.
He's running with the number 2 spot. So good
Absolutely.
For Drew. Anthony Edwards proclaimed himself as the best basketball player in basketball this week also. So
I love it.
Shout out Anthony. You know what? The last 3 years, all you've done is
most improved,
raise that ceiling and those bars, and so you know what?
And
for him to proclaim himself,
and he hates taking days off.
He said
no more days off for anyone. Anthony Edwards said it.
There you go. He also said that he compares himself to Jordan because he's a defensive and an offensive player. He's not fucking around. So he's proclaiming himself as the number 1.
I'll have to check the analytics on the defensive part.
I like it. You got to have confidence. So shout out to that man.
All right.
You know what? I will talk college basketball if you want to this week, because somehow we have skipped and fallen and tripped our ass back into the conversation of being in the March Madness. Unless you have any more All-Star weekend to talk about.
Nah, well, Atlanta fired Nate McMillan. I don't think anyone really cares too much about that.
They were in 8th place and just a few games below 500, and that's still playing in the playoffs. So, yeah.
They lost faith in him, I guess.
I guess so.
Trae Young was like, I hate this guy. It makes me try to play defense and stuff. Boo.
Oh, boo, Trae. He wants you to be a complete basketball player, an all-around basketball player. Like basketball players back in the day. They played defense and offense.
Yeah. So that happened, and then Clippers look like they're going to get Westbrook, which reunites him with PG 13.
And Patrick Beverly is heading over to.
Beverly said, I don't want to play for the Warriors. I'm going to Chicago.
He's going to Chicago. So
but she grew up in Chicago, so that kind of makes sense.
And that helps them, too, because I think they just put Ball on the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah, Ball's done for.
Yeah, he's done for the year. All finished. So that's good. Beverly, he comes in. He's a defensive presence.
Man, he makes the playoffs every year, no matter what team he's on.
So,
when he was on the Timberwolves, and they made the playoffs in a stacked West. Like, Beverly's good to have.
Yes. It's because of that defense he plays and his aggravating ways. I mean, he's kind of the Dennis Rodman of guards today in a way. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely, good comparison.
Yeah. So
FB with the nail it.
yeah, right. No, it's a fair comparison. If you want to talk about an irritating fuckhead that plays really good defense.
Yeah.
And probably rebounds very well. And all that. Yeah,
Rodman won a lot of playoff games himself.
He won a lot of playoff games himself on different teams. So go Patrick Beverly. Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, we can go back to college.
Well, I mean, if you want to, only reason I say that is because listen, Kentucky has won 2 in a row. They beat Tennessee and they beat Mississippi State, which we needed to beat because that's some conference games. And if we can win the next 4, man, I think we can be in the tournament. I don't say we're going to win anything in the tournament, but maybe a 13 or a 14 seed in the tournament.
Hey, your boy Kason's been playing a lot better.
He's playing well, and Shibibwe, he's
Shibwe's a college superstar.
He's a college superstar. he's leading in points and in rebounds. I mean, he's 15 and 13. He's a double every night. So I mean, yeah. I just don't think
4 games left. Everything's getting huge. Every game is huge.
4 games left. Yeah, Auburn's one of the games we have to play. We still have to. Yeah, so we're still playing.
Penn State won 2 games last week. Now they're back on the bubble, and Carolina lost 3 out of 4, so they're off the bubble now.
Well, yeah, you have to win now. It's chaos. If you don't win, what? All 4?
3 out of the. If we win 4 out of 4, I would say we make it, no problem. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make a deep run into the ACC.
Oh yeah, deep run into the ACC. I said
probably win it. I'd say if we go 2-2, we're probably gonna have to win it.
I said just beat Alabama in the SEC tournament for us last week. Just anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, meet them in the quarters.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Beat Alabama, you're in.
You're in, but if we could just win 3 out of the next 4, we're possibly in anyways. So I will take that. I say if we just win the next 4, we're definitely in.
Yeah, we're in different. Last week we were the same. This week, you're in way better shape.
Yeah, 2 wins. 2 wins is all you need, and you're.
Yeah. And looking at the top, I mean, the Big 12 is just battling night after night. Baylor, Kansas State, Kansas.
That Baylor-Kansas game.
I mean, everyone it's a battle. Texas.
That was a really good comeback by Kansas.
Every night something crazy happens in the Big 12.
They were down by 20, and they came back and beat the shit out of. Was it Baylor, Kansas State, or Kansas?
I get them confused because every night's a really good game.
Yeah, that was an insane game. So so they are they are beating the hell out of each other. They are playing well. Is Alabama still number 1?
No, it's back to Houston. So Houston looking more likely. They've only lost 2 games this year. Alabama is number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the Big 12's killing it. I want to give a little shout out to the Big East.
Long time for Houston, so good, go Houston.
Yeah, it's their 3rd time at number 1 this year, so they just keep.
Yeah. Right, this year, but it's been a long time prior to this
right.
For Houston.
You are correct.
It's a long time ago for Houston, but this year, no, they have bounced back and forth in that number 1 position a few times. So
yeah. I had 2 little shout outs. One, Penn State, like I said, won a couple games, but Jalen Pickett, who was up for the Player of the Year. Remember, we had the big list. Mm-hmm. So Pickett put up 73 points in 2 games.
Oh, I was not trying to say 1 game. God damn, what was the score?
I was hoping it was.
Jesus, he put up 73 points in 2 games.
41 and then 32, I believe, and tons of rebounds, assists, all sorts of stuff.
2 games, same day, back to
same week.
Same week. All right, I was like, fuck. All right. So okay.
And that I thought that was awesome. That needed to be talked about.
Yeah.
And also the Big East. If you watch those games, they're kind of like a mini version of the Big 12 because whenever Creighton or UConn or Xavier or Marquette or Butler play, those things are battles. Like honestly, like those are almost as fun as the Big 12. So I just wanted to let you know if you see a Big East battle up there.
And how many of the Big East teams right now do you see going into the March Madness? When you say Creighton, Xavier, Villanova. I mean, how many of those?
Nova and Creighton are probably 6 and 7. They're on the bubble. The 5 that I mentioned earlier are all top 25 teams. They're in basically.
Okay. Oh, that's when we start to do that bracket.
I think they're all actually within 16 to 22. Like, and these guys just play and they beat each other up. And it's
Oh, we started talking about
awesome.
brackets. Well, those teams for me go deeper if they're battlers.
Battle tested is
Battle-tested
that's what
is-
it's going to be.
Yeah, so I'll take that. Big 12 teams will definitely move their way up the board. See, when we talk like if Kentucky has to play against one of those teams in the first game, then I'll just scratch Kentucky off and we'll move the fuck on. You know what I mean? So I just don't know if we are battle tested. You know what I mean? We played in the SEC, but it's not Big 12, not.
Right. It seems like there's a lot of blowouts in SEC ball. Like you win by
Yeah.
15, I'll win by 15. You win
Right.
by 15.
Because I think Tennessee beat us by 15, and then we came back and then whomped on them for fucking 15 or whatever. So
Wonder if you're a conference known for chucking up the threes because that sometimes leads to those huge swings.
it's not. Well, that's why we're doing so poorly then, because most of the time we got a bunch of freshmen chucking up threes, and then our big guy is not a 3-point shooter. I can tell you that.
Nope.
So, nope. He's not a 3-point shooter.
All right, so
He's
4
just-
games left.
He's just in a weird place. That guy. He's in a weird spot in his life. Yeah, 4 games left. I'm
4
excited.
games left, and then conference tournaments, excitement
And
starting
then-
to build.
And then it's all about brackets after that. It's 2 weeks of filling out brackets. So
I got some brackets ready.
you're ready?
Ooh, I'm ready.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm ready too, but we don't know who's in it. So
I have to draw them myself, but I got the poster board.
I have to draw
Real
myself.
fancy stuff.
But I got the ruler and I got the marker. So I'm proud of myself for getting all those.
Marker's right there, actually. You can see it.
Oh shit, the marker is
It's a
right.
big fat marker,
It's a
so you
big
guys can
fat
see
marker.
it better this year.
That's right. We got the big
We
fat
got some
marker.
complaints last year.
Can't we get
A second camera? Maybe.
maybe just a constant running camera for that?
Create a picture-in-picture. They could click on it and it gets bigger.
Nice.
All right.
So speaking of your weekend of hockey for you still isn't what you're looking for.
Right. Penguins started off awesome in hockey this week. We beat the Sharks. Road win. We're heading back east. Islanders and Devils. And then Islanders again. Somehow we blew all 3 of them. We had leads in at least 2 of them. It was disgusting. Jeff Carter is going to jump off one of the bridges in Pittsburgh probably when he gets back.
Nice.
Kasperi Kapanen might join him. It's easier to name players that are playing well than name the rest of the 13 guys that I don't want to name.
Are the bridges in Pittsburgh, are they high off the water? The Golden Gate Bridge style, or
They're only no.
no? So chances of just getting wet.
It's really cold though.
It is
It's
cold.
gonna suck.
See,
And
No.
I mean, maybe
teach you a
he
lesson.
jumped, maybe he got put there
Right? Maybe
by
he just,
disgruntled fans.
he just was found in the cold water.
Yeah, that's possible.
That's
No, we are not happy with his play.
The Rangers 7-1-2 in the last 10.
All right, you're doing what you're supposed to heading into the playoffs here,
Won
playing
6 in a
well.
row, picking up good players.
Yeah, Tarasenko seems to be helping.
Kane, he said that's it. Oh, if you're gonna, I want to be traded and I want to go with the Rangers. I believe that's. I'm kind of just making up my own parts of that, but I'm pretty sure he did say that. You know.
Yeah, no,
I would like to go to the Rangers too.
trade deadline's coming. People are going to start picking the Sharks and the Blackhawks apart. With the Sharks, got some talent. I'll be honest.
Oh well, then let's pick away.
Yeah, Timo Meyer might be available. He sat for personal reasons the other day.
Nice. That's who I love when they say for personal reasons. That
Yeah.
means on their way out. That's what personal reasons.
Usually,
mean.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, if we're getting close to deadline trades and we're getting players starting to sit out, even in basketball, he's not playing for the next couple of days. Well, why not? He's probably leaving.
Right, obviously.
He's probably out of here. But no, Rangers 12 points ahead of the Pens. 12 behind.
Brutal. We're out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, for sure. You are definitely out of the playoffs now.
You guys are way in.
Yeah, 12. We're still 12 behind the Hurricane, but I mean that's first place. We're not worried about that. If we could just.
Well, I did want to steal one of their goalies.
Oh yeah, you did say they're.
Carolina's
have
rocking
3.
3 goalies that have at least 10 wins and less than
Which
5
is-
losses.
Which is actually a lot of goalies.
And we've got none of those. 0.
I mean,
Jerry came back, so hopefully Tristan will help us move on
and maybe
from
if
this
you,
awfulness.
maybe if you took one of them, we could get closer in points. I don't know if it really matters. I'm just happy if we start to make a move.
Hockey,
right
you
now.
just need to get in.
Get in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
not
matter
worried
where
about it.
you're
Yeah.
at. No one gets buys. No one gets easy first games.
All the people with that fancy trophy that get into the thing sometimes don't really go very far. What is that? The Sir
true.
Walter I won the year's most points trophy.
Rocket Richard's goals. I know that. Art Ross's points.
Art
What
Ross.
Are we doing trophies? Lady Bing, being friendly to each other.
Oh man, I want to win the Lady Bing trophy because I just want to be friendly to. Hey, how you doing? Having a nice day, man. That guy deserves the Lady Bing trophy, right?
Bam.
Friendly bastard.
Yep. It is fun.
And the Bruins are 91 points right now on a bad month or a bad.
Yeah, they're only 6-3-1 in their last 10. It's the worst stretch of the season, to be honest with you.
It wasn't 10-0.
Yeah.
So 10-0.
It does look like in the West, though, everything's kind of jammed up. But Colorado Edmonton is the series I want to see because it's fast on skill on fast, and it looks like they're going to play in their little playoff thing. So I'm excited about that. Colorado Edmonton, don't skip by that if it's on the TV.
And you're talking playoff.
Oh yeah, I just saw they just had a regular season game. It wasn't even playoff intensity, and it was just zip, fast.
Oh, okay.
Amazing skill all over the ice. McKinnon and McDavid are just ridiculous.
Oh, McDavid is.
Yeah, those two guys, and they've got lines that roll with them.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that playoffs in the West. Sharks aren't going to make it. No one else really cares about the West, but Edmonton, Colorado, teams to have fun.
Sharks are.
Sharks are done for.
We just said that the Sharks are going to be picked apart here very shortly, so
They will be. Yeah.
Sharks are all finished. Listen, with hockey being so fabulously long ways to go, and the Rangers, owning the Penguins right now.
It's brutal.
I couldn't be more excited to say NASCAR's back, and it started on Sunday. And it was actually it started. It started the whole week. Remember we mentioned last week Pastrana had to race his way in.
Daytona.
Pastrana got in.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Travis got in.
It's my boy.
Jimmy Johnson got in. So those two.
Oh, Jimmy made it too.
Those two got in. Jimmy made it on qualifying, I believe. Travis had to race his way in on the Thursday race-ins or whatever it was.
Nice.
But he in the race. So NASCAR started. We're back. We're going. Actually, you know what? I was going to congratulate the winner, but I think I'd like to start off with saying, fuck you, Kevin Harvick. You're an asshole. You don't hit people on a turn. Man, knocked Reddick
Not
out.
cool, bro.
Man,
knocked your boy out.
1 point. I got 1 fucking point this week. That's why? Kobe Bryant wouldn't let the All-Star game be like that. Jeff Gordon wouldn't have let Kevin Harvick wreck him on a turn at Daytona. Fucking prick. So, yeah, fuck you, Kevin Harvick. Congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for being in the right place at the right time because they called the race. It's not like the old days where it's like, what happened? Somebody wrecked on the second to last turn of the race. What happened? It was the craziest race back to the line after that. Like, people were wrecking and other people trying to get through it. They were racing all the way. Nope, not like that. They just, where were you when we said the race is finished? I was winning. And congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse. Travis got wrecked in that last wreck, but he was in 19th on the restart and finished 11th place. Somehow he got 11th place. He just somehow got 11th place. I think that is just awesome to see.
Extreme.
So cool. So sad for Tyler Reddick and being wrecked by Kevin Harvick. So.
Yeah, since your guy finished last, I figured I could pretty much just pick anyone to be my favorite racer of the year, and I already got the lead on you.
Yeah, easily.
So I'm taking the Australian rugger, the Busher.
So you're gonna take 17. Who he been a fan of the whole time he's been a NASCAR fan because he was a Matt Kenseth fan who drove the 17.
I was a NASCAR observer.
He was a
NASCAR rooting interest.
Okay, so
number 17 car. Here we go.
So it was the 17 car that he chose. And now I believe this time though you're not getting those penguin colors. I think it's like a blue black kind of thing going on there, but like a
black and blue, awesome.
Yeah, and like a black and blue kind of deal, like a bruise almost.
Penguins wore blue.
Yeah, well, no, they had that powder.
It's a throwback. It's the throwback car.
It's a throwback car for the Penguins. So there you go. So you're gonna take Chris.
Sure.
I got screwed this week by Happy Harvick. Once again, congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Good old boy racing a car. So good for him. Next week we'll go out there and we'll try again.
Do we know where we're racing next week?
It's been
those kids are so annoying.
I want to. I know. I think we go to a 1.5 mile track, so it's either like California or Vegas or something like that. But I will look that up, and I will do a short that says where the fuck we're going next week. So I should have looked.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too, actually. But NASCAR's back. Very exciting. Golf is also back, and it is back in a big way for John Rahm. because he is
His third win.
kicking the shit out of everybody on the PGA Tour right now. Third win out of 5, and he took 3rd and 7th in the other one. So it's not like he wasn't trying. You know what I mean? It's not like he took those off.
Yeah.
He
The-
3rd place in.
The only Hunter start ever was Justin Thomas that year, a few years back. Not even Tiger won this many this early in the year.
No. The Tigers had 10-win seasons and, 11, 13 win. We're like,
He starts
damn.
at the Masters and then just wins.
And then he runs away with it. Right before the Masters, a couple of the invitationals right before, you're like, boom, boom, the Arnold. I got the Arnold. That's mine.
Oh yeah, that's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We might see Tiger.
Well, yeah, because he said that his goal is to play the 4 majors. That means he's going to have to space some shit out. Unless he's feeling just randy and feeling awesome.
No way you could play. I wouldn't even say you'd play every other week.
I'd say every 2 or
Once
3
a month.
weeks. Yeah, I would. I would say he plays some of the big ones. He probably plays the Arnold.
He likes Arnold. He was won it 8 times.
Yeah, he probably plays the Arnold. Heads over to the Masters, plays that. And then you probably won't see Tiger for 2 or 3 weeks after the Masters. I would assume he'll come in once again right before the PGA or the U.S. Open and play a couple tournaments. You know what I mean?
Hopefully he plays slightly better in the final round. He did make a monster move in the 3rd round this week.
On Make a Move Saturday.
Make a move Saturday.
He made a move. He did. So, but what he didn't do was on Thursday and Friday, he didn't keep up.
He did bogey 5 times.
Yeah, he did.
That's what he did do.
He had like 4 birdies in a row. It was like he had good rounds of golf. These guys, man, I saw that Rahm swing that club.
The slow-mo or the fast-mo?
Fast, it's just the normal swing. I'm like, my mouth dropped as a, damn, he just backswing forward. It was all the same speed. There was no like thought process. There was just like, you ready? Swing, go. And it was like, made me want to start swinging fast again. So I don't know.
I'm ready to go throw down on the golf course for sure.
Me too, actually. I'm ready this year. So yeah, 3 out of 5. He's on fire. Good to see Tiger in the red. Good to see that he's going to play all 4. I hope, fingers crossed, that we get to see Tiger in all 4 majors. When we get to see Tiger in red in all 4 majors.
If we get him in 2, I'd be thrilled.
Well, what, Masters and the British?
Whatever 2 he could walk on.
Whatever 2 he can walk on. There you go. I take that too. And then I felt bad for Max. 2nd place. Hometown kid.
Was he?
Yeah, apparently I think he won it last year and nobody made it, like family-wise, and everybody came this year, and he took 2nd and missed that chip on the 18th to tie it. So there was a little bit of emotion for Max in the end. Sucks. You know? So I felt for him a little bit. Nice job, man.
Whatever doesn't kill you.
Yeah, just makes you stronger. So you got this next year. Just tell everybody, you just keep coming. It's got to be a nice time anyways. You should just fucking show up and watch the kid play anyways.
Right.
So, he's from the area, so it's not like they had to fucking go that far. Maybe some flew in. Maybe some had to drive in, but...
He's probably from the Philippines.
I don't think so. I think he's probably...
Other notables, though. Morikawa, 6th.
Nice for Morikawa. Where did... I didn't see...
Ricky and Rory both were like -4, -3, so they were 20th, 29th.
Nice.
So pretty solid showings for most of our guys. And we just can't beat John Rahm right now. He's
Nobody can.
killing it.
Yeah, he's killing everybody.
54 tour. All right, I know we root against this all the time, or at least I do. But they unleashed their teams today. There's like 12 teams, and like Phil's got a team, and they're called like the Golf Smashers, and like Brooks Koepka got a team, and it's called the Ace Holes or whatever.
Surprised Phil's team...
Oh wait, that's Joe Bradshaw's team.
I'm surprised Phil's team's not called Fuck Tiger. That's just for, because of the love and passion they have for each other.
No, so I thought that was interesting. I hope they don't succeed, but seeing them on teams, I'm like, ooh, I like that team the best.
It's fun. I mean? It's a different way to look at golf, between the virtual tour, the Tiger virtual, and the teamed LIV tour.
And I heard they're losing money so far. 54 tours, losing money so far.
Oh, it can't make any money. It's just going to be wiped out in 2 or 3 years. These guys aren't going to just spend $100 trillion out of their own pocket. So,
They're just doing it for fun. They wanted to watch golf without traveling to America. They're like, we'll just buy the players and watch them play right here.
Yeah, right. It'd be way easier. We have beautiful golf courses. Let's just do it here. Fucking makes total sense.
That's sick.
They
They just bought their own live golf show.
Fuck, I'm
What a bunch of assholes.
fucking going to America to see live tournaments. I'm just gonna buy my own tournament, my own fucking league. Brilliant. Well, shout outs?
We got any regular shout outs?
Fan shout outs?
We got any fans?
Yeah, well, I'm shouting out our fans. Love all you bastards.
Shout out, fans.
Shout out, fans. Sons of bitches.
No one wanted to yell at the big bird this week?
No, Jeff.
Oh, and he didn't show up.
He didn't show up
See what
today.
you guys have done.
Look at now the bird is sad.
Yeah.
Actually, the bird doesn't travel well, so.
House
Yeah.
arrest?
House arrest. If you haven't noticed, we're back in Studio A. We'll return back to Studio B next week, and soon enough, we'll be in Studio F.
Absolutely. So shout outs. Yeah, I got Tim McCarver, one of my favorite, just kind of mellow announcers. Like, he passed away.
Yeah.
And so he was 82, famous for being a catcher for Bob Gibson on the Cardinals and Steve Carlton on the Phillies. And then, of course, lately, he's been doing his announcing thing.
Right.
And trying to get in a fight with Deion Sanders, which I think is hilarious.
Probably not a good idea. Dan says.
Well, remember the time Deion threw like 19 different Gatorade buckets on Tim McCarver? That was like during the Braves won some division thing right after they got in a feud because McCarver was like, the fact that he's leaving the Braves to go play a football game when they're in the middle of the playoffs and blah, blah, blah.
If anybody can do it, Deion could do it.
Yeah. Deion got in his helicopter and showed up and threw a bunch of water on McCarver.
Nice. That would be a feud.
Yeah, Tim really never talked about it, which is unfortunate because it'd get a million hits if he just started talking shit about Deion right now. That'd be sick.
Oh yeah, like you missing a toe.
Yeah, so
stuff like that.
shout out to the Hall of Fame announcer and great catcher.
Well, shit, I got a shout out to the Hall of Fame basketball player,
Oh.
Michael Jordan, Mr. 23, who Tyler Reddick's where Michael wore 40 was a 45, right? When
45.
So Tyler's driving the 45 car this year. If you didn't know, he was in the 8 car last year. He's moved to the 23 and 11 team. That's the Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin team. He's driving the number 45 car. I thought that was cool. I actually started looking for the 23 car out there going, who the fuck is driving the 23? So, because, I mean, that pisses me off. But, no, the 45 car, I thought that was cool. So, hey, shout out Michael Jordan. Donated $10 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a lot of fucking money to donate to any fucking thing. So, shout out Michael Jordan. That is, I mean, anybody could use $10 million. Make-A-Wish Foundation could use it.
I was wondering, like, what if this like completely backfires on Mike and all the new kids want to meet Mike? I'm like, so for the next like 30 years, all I got to do is meet kids that he gave money to just so they would leave him alone.
No, I'm pretty sure he'd just turn them all down.
It's like, I'm busy.
Yeah, I don't think you can, Mike. I don't think. Yeah, right. Sweet. Hold on, one, Mike. Nice shot. No, I don't think you can.
No, that's awesome. $10 million to Make-A-Wish. That's gonna make a bunch of those poor, dying, sick kids happy, and I love the smiling faces on them.
Me too. You know what? Nothing makes me happier than a smiling face on a sick, dying kid. So.
Or, I mean, the other kid that died, Richard Belzer. Remember that cranky old guy?
Yeah, I do. He's Law and Order guy, right? Or
Yeah.
SUV. Yeah, I remember him. He was glasses. Kind of looked like a 70s porn star.
He did.
Turned homicide cop.
Yeah, he just, apparently he said, fuck you, motherfucker, and he died this week, too. So there's another one.
Wow, if that's, you know what, if whenever the day comes, and I hope it's many, many years from now, I hope the last thing I say is, fuck you, motherfucker. So,
I'll give you a big hug, and I'll see you later.
shout out, Richard. And on that note, I'm FB.
52 shows! The Goob!
52 shows. Peace.
Cut!
Nice. Cut.